Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the lobster bitten by a shark.
Master of lobsters.
Master of lobsters. Today joined by
Tobias, Mormon of macros.
yes. We said as a joke he looked like a Mormon. If you look, this might show up spontaneously on the feed on the channel that we're dressed up like idiots. It's because it's Carnival, a big event in our city. But it's not happening because of COVID-19. But we're doing it anyways, just drinking awesome craft beer instead of drinking shitty lagers in a parade from macro breweries. So we're sharing some awesome beer. We started early with a breakfast with some different things, like just a great start of the day, and then we started reviewing beers. So that's our Carnival this year with a live stream of Carnival-style music in the background, like house
90s music.
Yeah, not really music I'd usually listen to, but it's all fun. So far we've had some nice beers. We're carrying on with something I think is going to be nice too. A new release from Mikkeller Baghaven. Mikkeller Baghaven has been doing great stuff, and I think this will be quite interesting. They recently had a big release they had a release of some few new bottles. One of them being Art of Decadence. Art of Decadence, right?
Art of Decadence.
Art
of Decadence, very hype.
Yes, and we got a bottle of that. But I only bought two different ones, and I bought the War Pigs cans because I love their, non-hazy IPAs. So I have a lot of non-hazy War Pigs IPA. Yeah, I think it's kind of like more heady topper style. Also a black IPA and a lager.
Ooh.
But I got those and then some Baghaven stuff, and this being one of them. And this is Mikkeller Baghaven Ensenada. And this is actually not done by Aaron. This is done by one of his blenders, which is very cool. He got to do his own kind of thing. And what he did is, he's from Mexico, and he did a Mexican-inspired lager as a base. Brewed with corn and wheat. And they brewed it with a lager yeast. And I'm not sure if they inoculated house culture, because they have their own house culture now.
Can't quite figure out.
But yeah, I would imagine, because it says it's a wild ale. And what they did then after fermentation, they aged it in oak barrels, and they conditioned it on
tequila barrels.
Tequila barrels to be specific, which is very Mexican. So tequila barrels with sea salt, grapefruit, and sabro hops.
There we go.
It
sounds like a super weird mixture.
Yeah, but I think it sounds really cool. It sounds like it's going to be hella refreshing.
Yeah. It's
6%. And Brett's,
refreshing, that may depend on how much the tequila comes into play.
I think I'm gonna like it a lot because I love lagers. I do enjoy good tequila, and Sabro hops is one of my new favorite hops. So, and I do like hoppy wild ales. So I guess it's gonna be like a hoppy wild ale, but with a lager base. So a wild lager, even though that goes against everything that is lager beer.
Yeah.
But hey, let's check it out. It sounds really cool. So pours a very, very, very pale hazy yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, it
almost lighting
so
up.
Pale. But again, if it's got wheat and corn and then probably Pilsner malt, you're gonna get a beer that is really pale.
Yeah.
A nice white head on it too. Very fluffy. Yeah, let's smell the aroma. It smells really fun and very tequila-like, very grapefruity.
Yeah. Grapefruit is the first thing that pops in.
Pineapple. Like, I'm getting the Sabro.
Yeah.
It's like a pineapple-y, I don't know if, maybe a little bit of the coconut vibe from Sabro, but not a lot. But it's
this to me
it's like almost like margarita-like.
Some kind of drink.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a pina colada.
Yeah, something like that. It smells like kind of like a tequila-based beer mixed cocktail or something like that. It smells really refreshing though. Like, it's got some funky kind of Brettanomyces vibes too, like that kind of quirky, dusty thing.
Yeah, maybe a bit like barnyard or hay.
And super light, sweet malt, or just like that cereal kind of corny grain thing. But yeah, and then like grapefruit and tequila. It smells quite unique. I think it's. Maybe a little bit of salinity, but I think this is it's gonna be super refreshing. I think. Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's really refreshing. I could solo dome that bottle like this. It's almost like you did a funky. You crossed because it's definitely funky, and it's definitely tart sour. It's like you crossed a Mexican style lager that you, instead of putting in lime, you put grapefruit with a wild ale.
Yeah.
And then you dry hopped it too. And the salinity is definitely there, sticking on the sides of the lips.
But I'd say the sourness is more like
I like
not fully ripe pineapple.
Yeah, but I like it. It's not like really sour.
No.
It's definitely in balance.
Yeah.
It's very well balanced.
But I think that's also why it reminds me of pineapple. Because pineapple it can be sour, but
it can also be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the pineapple is all from the Sabro hops. Sabro is like really pineapple-y to me. And I even think there's a hint of a coconut vibe, but it's like super light and then it's taken over by like really woody tequila corky flavor.
But it's not immense tequila.
No.
It doesn't taste like
compliment.
a tequila shot. Yeah.
It has like that agave floral tequila thing and like woodiness.
Super woody.
Yeah, it's really woody and like slightly earthy too, but it's really, really, really refreshing. Like it's really drinkable.
I say to me, this is probably one of the best beers I've had from Baghaven.
You think so?
I really like it.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
I think it's a fun showcase of simplicity, actually.
Yeah.
Complex simplicity.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a simple beer. Like if you compare this to the new Art of Decadence, even though we haven't had it, that's probably going to be nuts because it's with all these decadent flavors. But this is just the total contrast. It's like super easygoing, refreshing, drinkable, but with light complexity. But this is exactly how I want funky beers and wild ales, because I hate it when they go too sour. This is just nice subtle sourness, so you get some of the more like clean complexity too. Because I think oftentimes we go overboard with real big sourness, which is often maybe more fruit sours, they get less drinkable. This I could easily solo down the bottle. It's so refreshing and so clean and so crisp and like drinkable. And not clean, but crisp. It's just crisp and refreshing. And then like the salinity, it's almost like it boosts the flavors a bit.
Yeah.
But I think it's really good. And I've heard a lot of people think it's meh. I think it's because people
some really love it, some.
Yeah. But I think it's because people have forgotten to enjoy simple beer, to be honest. And I'm starting to enjoy simple beer a lot more, even though this is not really simple, but it drinks, simple and easygoing, if you can say that.
But I think this mixture of grapefruit, the pineapple, a bit of salt, and then
tequila,
the sourness. It's really on point.
Yeah.
It's very well balanced.
Nice,
so well balanced.
Yeah, it's like perfect balanced beer. Like you can definitely see this guy's promise as a blender because it's a very good blend. It's just a really fun beer and very nice drinking beer. And again, it's something different too. It's not just another fruited farmhouse ale or whatever. Even though they do a lot of fun stuff at Baghaven. One of the things I love that they do is like they play around a lot. But yeah, I think it's really good. This really, really refreshing. And again, like perfect summer session drinkable beer. Probably not a mind blower for a lot of people, but as we said, again, I think it's one that's going to split the waters.
I think the drinkability is pretty mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think people will associate drinkability with mind-blowingness. Mind-blowingness has to be where you're like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But no, this is mind-blowing drinkability. But
we've talked a lot about like starting to enjoy West Coast IPAs lately.
Yeah,
I think I have a similar thing, but towards beers that don't blow your palate away.
Yeah.
Also, in my homebrewing, I can also see that I'm starting to brew more and more pilsners and lighter beers.
For me, like my favorite style right now is definitely pilsners. I think that's what I drink the most of if I don't do reviews. But besides that, it's I don't know. It's hard. I mean, it's probably still bourbon. Yeah. Even though it's a big contrast. But if we're talking easy drinking beers, it's like that or West Coast IPA right now. But I also still love my New England IPAs. I love all the other things that are hyped and everything. But yeah, I'm just like, stuff like this is really nice. I'm going to go 94, 95, something like that. I think this is fucking great.
I think actually I'm going to give it a 97. I really enjoy it. I think it's absolutely phenomenal beer.
Great. I would like to have a Magnum of this, and I would drink that Magnum on my own. And then pass out.
Just sit out in the garden in nice sunshine and enjoy.
Having several bottles of this summer party.
10, 15.
It's almost like Baghaven did their own summer session beer with this. Yeah. Because it is a session beer. This could be a house session beer. If they had this on tap, like I'd get a pint of it because it's so drinkable. Because again, like the sourness is not too much or anything. It's just like it's so balanced. Yeah, I'm gonna say the 95. I think it's world class, different farmhouse beer with just like really nice complexities. Again, soft complexities, not what's going on, but awesome soft complex flavors, which is what I'm starting to enjoy a lot. But yeah, 95. Drinkability on this is fucking crazy. I should have gotten another bottle of this.
Yeah.
But I think this is the one that's going to be easiest to get of the new
Probably.
releases because a lot of people are not probably big on it because of it's not
a
like
bottle more.
But if you guys had a chance to try Ensenada from Mikkeller Baghaven, there's no way thought of it. This is really, really refreshing stuff, and I'm looking forward to see what people will think of this.
Refreshing complexity.
Yeah, soft, refreshing complexities.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to say about this one. Wow, that's good. So yeah, if you guys had a chance to try this one, there's no way thought of it. As always, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And we're going to say cheers and Ensenada. And see you guys in another beer review. And happy carnival!